What is up, guys, gals, and non-binary pals? My name is Naomi. Welcome to House of Miscellania. Today, I am coming at you with another post review. This one is from Jaded Gem Shop specifically. It is, let me get a little picture for you here. It is Ruby Reef Siren by Little Alfard. This one is a 60 by 90 centimeters in round with 55 colors. Now, this was my first ever round Jaded Gem Shop kit. Now, I did start this one quite a while ago back for Jaded Jamboree, but with all the events that I was running and other things going on, I didn't end up finishing it until, I don't know, back in maybe end of September. So few weeks ago, not long ago, but, I just had other stuff going on. Very, very good piece. It's just, things happen. But I did have trash with this. I don't feel like it was an exorbitant amount for a 60 by 90, honestly. And it's pretty much your run-of-the-mill trash for a round kit. A few stuck in there. We'll just leave them alone. Mostly it was, your cupped drills. There were some bars. There were some that had holes in the top or things like that, but nothing, mostly like these little drips, or you see like these ones that had like a lot of holes, but they're like little pinholes or cupped drills. That's pretty much the extent of the garbage that I had from this kit. Nothing too major. Now, this will probably end up being a pretty quick post review, only because, one, I don't really have a lot of negatives, and two, there's not like finer details to look at in the piece. So I will make sure that you get a really good look at the whole picture. But I want to get through the kit and why I like it as much as I do. Now, this one is this the bottom or this the bottom? All right, let me flip her over so you can see it. Oh, look at how freaking cute is she, right? So this is by Little Alfard. Again, this is a round drill, and this is one of Jade's hybrid rendered kits. So you'll see when I get you a little closer what exactly the difference is between a hand render and a hybrid render. But I wanted to make sure that you got a really good look at her. Now, I am going to bring you down a little bit so we can kind of get a little bit closer of a look, but I wanted to make sure you saw this in what would be considered viewing distance for the piece. So let me bring you on down one moment. All right, and now you're back down here. I wanted to get you in a little bit closer, but also so you could still see to the edges of, the painting. But this is a hybrid rendered round from Jaded Gem Shop. And I have to say, it's hard to see when it comes to lighting and things like that, but the amount of sparkle on this thing is insane. It is definitely comparable to a like Diamond Art Club as far as the amount of facets on the drills, and actually the drills really kind of felt like Diamond Art Club drills. Now, again, this isn't a hand-rendered kit, meaning that the computer does most of the work, and then Jade or somebody from her team goes in and does a little bit of cleanup. But they don't make the lines really sharp. They might make, some decisions about color blocking and cleaning up a little bit of the noise in the backgrounds so that it's not as many colors. But really, this is about what it comes out of the computer looking like. So when you're at viewing distance, like you still kind of are, you're seeing that this necklace looks pretty sharp and good, right? But then when you get up close, that's when things kind of start to fall apart a little bit. And you see that, oh man, it takes a lot of pixels to make a picture. And it really does. One thing I will note that I've noticed about Jaded Gem Shop pieces in particular, I always have to put washi tape on the edges no matter what color, because the amount of excess glue is almost out to, she has like a green line on her piece, like the jade square around her pieces, but you can see like this washi tape doesn't want to come off because there's a lot of glue underneath. So I always use washi tape on Jade's pieces to make sure that I don't end up with glue all over my arm, or that I don't end up with fur all in the piece. Now, this one, when I got it, did have an option for upgrade, and it was the crystals in particular that were added as an upgrade. Now, I don't have the spares with me right now. There were lots of spares, but what it wanted to change out, what was selected, was basically two crystals that looked almost indistinguishable, because one was a 3865 and then the other was a 5200. Now, 5200 is white, and then 3865 is like a white blue almost. A good example. Okay, so this right here is 5200, and this right here is 3865. It's like a white blue. And when you're looking at crystals of those two colors, it is virtually indistinguishable. And because it wanted to change out basically all of the light that you, like the lightest color that you see in this piece, I didn't think it was going to look right. So I actually, she always provides the originals as well as the crystals or specials. And so I was glad, because I just went ahead and put the 5200 and the 3865 into the kit itself. I was not really interested in replacing it all with crystals. I did do a couple of little things myself as an upgrade. I put a few little like crystals in right here. I ended up changing my mind on them, so I didn't go any further, just because with a computer rendered kit, it's really hard to decide what you're going to replace. The one thing that was easy was I did put ABs into her tail, which were just supposed to be regular drills, because I thought a mermaid needs a shiny tail, am I right? So where you see here, I did put in some ABs in there. But the other thing, I did end up using some of the crystals in this jellyfish right here, in the like wispies coming off of it. I did end up using some of the crystals there just because I thought it would look nice, because the other ones don't really have those wispies. This one kind of had one, meh, but yeah, that was where I ended up using the crystals, was right there. But otherwise, I think it looks, for a hybrid render, I think it looks great. 60 by 90 was a great size choice for it. And I thought actually that the piece looks better on like in diamonds than it does on the like actual website. It makes it kind of look dulled down, and it's actually very bright pinks, bright reds, bright blues, bright purples. And so yeah, I was very pleasantly surprised, and I highly recommend that if you want an image to look closer to the original than what a hand render might do, then go ahead and pick up the hybrid render. Just make sure that you get it in a good size. I love that she shows options for like what each size might end up looking like when you are done with the piece. So no complaints there. Any negatives? I don't really think so. It was what I expected. And for a round, I was pleasantly surprised. The grid is very tight. Everything fit together very nicely. I was able to use a multi-placer. I didn't have any gapping issues that I had to worry about. And so if you were wondering whether or not Jade's rounds are as good as her squares, or as good as a DAC round, you're safe. Go for it. I think it's well worth it. But this was Ruby Reef Siren by little Alfard, and I super enjoyed working on it. And I will have some more Jade post reviews for you in the near future. All right, you guys, that is really all I got for you today. Hope you enjoyed this quick and dirty post review of my Ruby Reef Siren by little Alfard from Jaded Gem Shop. And if you are interested in seeing more content, please hit that like button if you like the video, subscribe if you like diamond painting content, and if you want to get access to my videos a little bit early, you can check out my members. Otherwise, until next time, I hope that wherever you are in this great, big, beautiful world, that you are having a beautiful ruby reef siren-y morning, evening, or afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you are. All right, see you next time. Bye.